Joseph B2, welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Woman divorced her husband. Why, might you ask? Well, because she says he wanted me to be a stay-at-home mom and not work, and she didn't want that. Yes, you heard it right. We have a woman who did not want that stay-at-home life. She wanted to be a strong, career-based woman. Kendra G, everybody. Let's get it.
Jenny, how old are you, honey?
I'm 34.
34. What you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
Nurse. You have any kids?
I have a 2-year-old son.
Okay. Why you not with the dad?
I was a house. He wanted me to be a housewife when we first met, and I decided to kind of change and wanted a career, and he didn't want that for me, so he gave me an ultimatum, and it's to stay at home and be a housewife or leave and have a career. So I left.
Girl, we want to smack you in the face right now. So let me ask you this. Was he paying all the bills?
Kendra G wishes she had the KS slap sound effect that sounds out. Let's go listen to him, man.
He was.
So, and did you, when you guys got married, that was the plan?
Yes.
So basically you had him, your husband. He was your husband?
Mm-hmm.
So he was your husband?
Yes.
You guys had a family?
Yes.
You agreed to be a stay-at-home
yes.
mom. What made you want to get a job?
When I had to constantly ask for a couple of dollars to do stuff, when it was, no, I can't do certain things that I wanted, when it was, no, we don't have enough money to do activities because, one income. And I'm like, well, this is not the lifestyle that I want to live. Like, I just don't want to sit at home and fold clothes and not actually date and have the extra money to do stuff. Like, I just didn't want to fold clothes all day long. I'm sorry.
All right, well, what kind of...
She said, I really want to make sure you guys are following the story. So this chick agreed to be a stay-at-home wife. She agreed before the actual wedding. She agreed. When she got into the marriage, she didn't know what she was getting herself into. It sounded like, because she laughs and says, I didn't want to stay at home and fold clothes all day. She didn't want to do the duties of a stay-at-home wife. Now, guys, we're not going to get into my own opinions with men and how I think a lot of guys should be careful with that stay-at-home wife thing. This guy wanted it. She said she also wanted it. Ends up changing her mind. Let's figure out more about this situation.
How many are you looking for now, honey?
Don't hate me for this, but I want somebody that's a little bit lit and turned up. My husband was boring. I know, don't judge me. Don't do that. He was super boring. We didn't dance. He didn't like music, like a little ratchet music. He didn't let me wear tight clothes or anything like that. So I kind of want to be a little ratchet with my next dude.
Unbelievable.
So you had this good man. Mm-hmm. Might have been boring, but a good man, married you, was your husband, took care of all the bills, probably wasn't that lit. Got divorced. Now y'all here in the streets, and you about to meet these ratchets.
Hold on. Let's. I want to be clear about one thing. He was extremely controlling when it comes to so one of his rules was I can't have long hair because it reminds him of strippers. Another rule was he gave me a rule on how far I can drive away from the house. He also said no social media. He also said no tight clothes, no long nails.
Okay, so guys, keep in mind that she said that he talked about the housewife thing before they got married. And she now starts naming off a bunch of stuff that we're supposed to label as controlling. We're going to assume that he also spoke about these things, right? Didn't want you to have long weave. Some guys don't like the weave thing. I'm assuming that's what he meant by long hair reminds him of strippers. And it wasn't your actual hair. I may be wrong here. That's what I'm going to take a wild guess here and assume. And then going on, she talks about how he didn't want her driving far away. I'm assuming they probably talked about that because I bet you what that means is girl strips with other women, traveling with other chicks to go to another city to do whatever she wanted to do. And he had to put limitations on expectations. She was starting to rebel, and he started to remind her about the woman who she agreed she wanted to be with. We know she likes to turn up because now she says she wants a ratchet husband. Drink the coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
She said it, not me. Said her husband was too boring. Let's keep listening. I have more I want to say about this, but let me hear more.
He gave me rules.
Okay, so now that you give me more context, I'm gonna take good man out because that's some crazy shit right there. Okay,
No,
do you
it's
want
not.
more kids?
Don't hate me for this, but I said no to the first one. Love my son, but I said no to the first one. So I don't want any more kids. You can have kids. I can love them like they're mine.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Who this man?
I think we fed off of our loneliness. Like, he was complaining that his wife died 2 years ago.
They're never truly single, man. They're never truly single.
I don't drink coffee.
They don't drink coffee.
So I was complaining I was lonely. We was nice to each other. So we had a good time.
So is he an option for something more just like real?
No, I don't think he's ready. And I don't want to put this type of pressure on him in a sense of like, pack up your wife's shit. How do you say that to someone whose wife I know, so I don't want to say that and I don't want to do that. So I'm like, you know what? It was nice. And when you're ready, call me when it's gone.
All right, guys, that's it. So I want to touch on something real quick. And this is the truth. And if you are a man who still values marriage and you're in the camp of men who you're like, man, I'm probably going to get married. I want children, want to provide a two-parent household, or my parents are married, whatever it is, whatever reason it is, you're going to run into women out here and you're going to have conversations and you're going to be trying to figure out where a woman's mind at. Does she match your values? And the risk to all this is at any given moment, that woman can change. She can change just like this woman did right here. And you're not crazy for meeting somebody and agreeing on shared values and then deciding that, hey, you know what? I'm willing to compromise in that area. She's a full-grown adult. I assume she knew what she was getting herself into. And he probably knew that he was trying to maybe reform her in a sense. And that just comes with the territory of dealing with women in today's day and age. These women aren't raised to be wives. So even the women who can compromise and function peacefully within a relationship, usually there's some like fine tuning that has to be done. There's some, hey, let me explain to you what I'm looking for. And are you willing to mold yourself? Yes. Mold yourself so that you suit me, the man who is the prize for this marriage which you are seeking, right? The man who's going to get on the knee. The prize is the man when it comes to marriage. Then you have chicks who say, yes, I am willing to compromise or let go of this fantasy idea that we call tea. But when they actually experience what marriage is actually about, when she's in there folding the laundry, when she's in there washing the dishes, and she thought she watched too much TikTok. All the stay-at-home moms on TikTok somehow always have makeup on. They're always walking out of some Louis Vuitton store. When she realizes she's not going to get the Prada purses and this is real life and not an Instagram reel, shit gets real. She sits there and thinks to herself, I don't know if I want this anymore. And that is the risk, man. That's the risk with some of these chicks. And just like this woman here, she decided to just say, you know what? She didn't decide to do that. I'm giving her way too much credit. She should have said, I thought I wanted what I agreed to, but then changed my mind. But no, what are we going to do? We're going to paint the man as controlling, crazy, and manipulative. That's what they'll do. But you're not controlling and manipulative or crazy if you're making all this money, don't have any expectations for the chick that you want, spending it on her and her trips and traveling, whatever. That's like an ideal situation. That's the standard. So what's the solution? Can't avoid the risk. You can talk about things more. That's what I would say to any man out here who's dating for the purpose of like marriage, you need to have conversations about like, what does that actually look like? Do you understand what you're giving up? Now she wants a man who's more ratchet. She says she wants a man who's more ratchet so she can party, get her cheeks clapped. She's already back in the streets. She said the last time she got smashed was 3 weeks ago. This is what she was made for. This is the life that she feels comfortable with. Is she going to find a man who's party animal and somehow simultaneously generating enough income to support the life that she thinks she deserves? I don't think so. I don't think so. And she'll have to drink that coffee. And I mean, this is the life that a lot of these chicks out here are praying for, right? Being able to stay at home and not worry about the bills. And when you finally get it, that's a problem too. You just can't make some of them happy. That's just the truth. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you as always for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.